These are the 7 main factors to tell us who will win the fight, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul. And I'm going to go through each one of these to see who's got the upper hand. And this is starting off with power. Now we know that Jake Paul can punch hard. He's got power in either hand, but we compare him with Mike bloody Tyson here. There's not many people in the world got the power of Mike Tyson. So Tyson gets that point there. Now moving on, box IQ. Who's got the knowledge of when they're in the ring, when something's not going their way, how to adjust? Who can study the fight better? And who knows boxing better? Well, one thing I've always been impressed with Mike Tyson is his box IQ, his knowledge about the sport of boxing. So again, Mike Tyson is going to get his second point right there. Now moving on to mindset. Mike Tyson was known for destroying fighters mentally before he gets in the ring with them. But that was like 25 years ago. And if you've heard him and Jake Paul talking before this fight, do you think that he's got a stronger mindset than Jake Paul going into here? Absolutely not. I've never seen many fighters with a stronger mindset than Jake Paul. He's betting millions of dollars on himself to win this fight. He is so confident that he's going to knock out Mike Tyson, and I believe that confidence. So when it comes to mindset for this fight, Jake Paul gets my point right there. Now moving on to experience. Mike Tyson has had over 60 professional fights and a bunch of amateur fights too, where Jake Paul is the fresher guy with I think around 12 fights. So when it comes to experience in the ring, Mike Tyson has got that all day long. So he's getting the third point there. Now moving on to activity, which is very important to success in boxing. Because if you're not active, you're going to get ring rust, which means you're not used to being in there, which can cause all sorts of problems when you're getting in there. And when it comes to activity, Jake Paul has been very active, fighting in stadiums in front of millions of people with a lot of pressure on him. So when it comes to activity, Jake Paul is getting the point there. Now moving on to fitness, which is another key component in this match. Now yes, the fight is 8 2-minute rounds rather than the standard 3-minute rounds, but that is a long time. And when I competed in the Olympic Games, all we ever fought was 2-minute rounds and 4 rounds at that. Now we've seen clips of Mike Tyson training, and yes, he's looking very sharp, but the clips that we see is just 2-second clips. Compared to Jake Paul, we've seen him go the distance multiple times. So when it comes to fitness, who is fitter? Yes, it is Jake Paul, the younger man. Now that puts it on 3-3. Now moving on to strength. Power and strength are two different things here. Who is the stronger guy? When they get in the ring and they're pushing and shoving and trying to throw them punches, who's the one who's got that strength that can push the other one back? Well, this is Jake Paul's first fight at heavyweight. And being a heavyweight compared to a cruiserweight, there is a massive difference. Mike Tyson has got that strength. He fought at heavyweight through his full career. So when it comes to strength, Mike Tyson is the winner there. Now, who do I think is going to win the fight? Because looking at these statistics here, Mike Tyson's got the upper hand. Well, when I've been watching the recent footage of Mike Tyson hitting the mitts in his open workout rather than just the 2-second clips, his accuracy wasn't there. His feet wasn't there. He couldn't gauge the distance that he could gauge back 20 years ago when he had his last fight. And then when I seen him at the press conference, and I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, unfortunately, he didn't seem to know what was going on. He didn't seem to want to be there or have that hunger that we know of Mike Tyson. Now he's 58 years old. So what do we expect? And because of Jake's youth and activity, and because of Mike Tyson's inactivity, not just in the ring and fighting, but in life in general. He was in a wheelchair just a few years ago. With all that in mind, I think, unfortunately, one of my favorite fighters of all time, which is Mike Tyson, is going to get knocked out by Jake Paul, and it will be an absolute tragedy. And I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below.